Hello, my friend. Welcome to Fightmaster Yoga. I'm Leslie Fightmaster, and today's class is a total body workout. So we're going to sit up nice and tall with the shins crossed, close your eyes, and begin to take some long, smooth breaths, breathing in and out through the nose if that's available. Ujjayi pranayama, if you know it, it's a little constriction in the back of your throat as you're breathing. Let's bring our hands together in Anjali Mudra. Take a moment to set an intention. May our practice give us strength in our bodies as well as flexibility. And let that strength and flexibility also be in our minds, both on and off the mat. And then have a strap handy and 2 blocks just in case. Come onto your back and grab your strap, or you can use a belt or a tie, whatever you have handy, a towel. Put it on the ball of your right foot. You can keep the left knee bent or extend the left leg out and draw the right hip forward. This is called Supta Pada Gustasana. So we're going to stretch out the hamstrings first, the backs of the legs. So breathing here. Take just a couple more breaths. Let your shoulders and your jaw relax. Make sure the left toes are pointed straight up to the ceiling. Breathing in and out. Now take your left hand to the top of your left thigh and exhale, open the right leg to the right. If your hip pops up, pause, reground it down and move from that place of stability. Look over your left shoulder. So if the left hip comes up, it's just a little too deep, and back off a bit so that we can keep the stabilization of that hip down. Again, breathing, always refocus the attention to the breath. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale, switch hands with your strap and twist. Take the leg over toward the left side, look over the right shoulder. And as you're twisting here, it's okay to let the hip come up now, but turn your belly toward the ceiling, toward the sky. As you twist here, it's from above the waist. Take just another breath. Inhale, come back to center. As you exhale, lift the head and shoulders up and breathe for 3 and 2 and 1. Release it. Now release the strap, extend the right leg next to the left. Just notice any differences. They might feel a little different. Now bend both knees, take the strap onto the ball of the left foot. Keep the right knee bent for a moment. And then, if you want to extend the right leg out, go right ahead and draw your left hip forward so your hips are level. So the left hip moves toward the right foot. And then as you're holding the strap here, just make sure you're not creating any unneeded tension in your arm, shoulder, jaw. Really let yourself relax into this as you extend the leg up. But straighten out the leg as much as you can. It doesn't have to be straight up and down like mine. You can have the leg forward. And checking in with your breath. Take your right hand to your right hip, opening the leg to the left. If the right hip pops up, ground it back down. And then turn and look over your right shoulder. So again, you don't have to go as deeply into the stretch. Just go as deeply as you need to in order to feel a stretch. As long as you feel a stretch, that's all that matters. And inhale back through center, switch hands with your strap, and exhale, twist. Take it over toward the right side, looking over your left shoulder. And again, your hip will come up off the floor, the left hip will, but turn your belly up toward the ceiling. Take long, smooth breaths here. This twist is very good for our digestive system, as well as the spine. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale, lift your head and shoulders up for 3 and 2 and 1. And release. Take the strap off the foot, put it off to the side, and then we'll hug And an inhale will reach the arms up and overhead. So as you reach your arms, make sure your ribs don't pop out and your low back doesn't overarch. So keep the ribs in, keep lengthening tailbone toward heels. Then bend the knees. Heels under knees, arms by your sides. Inhale, lift up again, making sure that the ribs aren't puffing up. So ribs down, tailbone long. Exhale, lower down one vertebra at a time. Just warming up the spine a little. So inhale, lift the hip bones toward the lower ribs. Extend tailbone toward backs of the knees. Exhale and lower. We'll add the arms. So inhale, lift. Make sure the ribs stay in. Spiral your thighs in toward each other. Exhale, slowly lower one vertebra at a time. And again, press down into the heels, lift up any amount. Keep your belly pulling in. And then as you exhale, lower down slowly. And then inhale again, press into the heels, lift up. This time, bring your right arm down by your side, look over your right shoulder. So we'll give the neck a little movement. Then inhale, bring it back to center. Exhale, both arms down as you lower. Last one, press into the heels. Inhale, lift up. Pause at the top, spiral the thighs in. Left hand towards your side, look over your left shoulder. And then bring the left arm back, head to center. As you exhale, again, lower down slowly, slowly, all the way down. And now we'll hug the knees into the chest. Just rock a little gently side to side. Now you can roll over to your right and press up that way, or start to roll back and forth. Take 2 or 3 rolls if it works for you, and then come all the way up to seated. Cross at the shins, make your way onto hands and knees with your wrists in front of the shoulders. Then turn your inner elbows forward slightly. Tuck your toes, downward facing dog, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Make sure the arms are shoulders distance, feet are hips width. Bend one knee and then the other. Then bend both knees and stick your hips way up high, like you're going to touch your belly to your thighs. Stretch back, lengthen the spine, and then reach the heels toward the floor. They don't have to touch. If they touch easily, take a little step back. Sometimes we're shorter in our down dog than we want to be. We want to create length through the spine. Take a couple breaths here. Pull ribs and belly in. Then look up. Bend the knees and walk or hop your feet to your hands. Then inhale, look up, lengthen halfway. Exhale, fold over the legs. Bend the knees as much as you need to. If the legs are straight, hips over heels. Press down through your feet and rise up as you inhale. Spin triceps forward, ribs in. Exhale to Samastitihi Tadasana at the front of the mat. Then inhale, sweep the arms up. Urdhva Hastasana. Make sure those ribs stay in. Exhale, hinge from your hips and fold over your legs. Then inhale, halfway up, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, step to plank. And knees can be up or down. Chaturanga, shoulders no lower than the elbows. Inhale, upward dog or practice low cobra. Exhale, come back to plank. Hold it or lower halfway chaturanga, press up to plank, and then into downward facing dog again. Building a little bit of strength and heat with our sun salutations. I added an extra chaturanga today. Stretch back. Take another breath in. Exhale everything out. Bend the knees, hips high. Lightly step or hop your feet up. Then inhale, look up to lengthen, and exhale, fold forward. Press through the feet, rise up as you inhale. Look up, lengthen. Exhale, Samastitihi, steady balance. Inhale again, sweep the arms up. Exhale, hinge from your hips. Keep your spine long as you fold. Inhale, keep your spine long. Look up. Exhale, step into plank. Lower through chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog or cobra, always your choice. Shoulders over wrists and thighs, up and up dog. Then come to plank. Either hold it or halfway down. Press up. You can always have your knees down for that. Downward facing dog again. Now remember, this is your practice. If you want to take a break, take a break. Push pause. Take a child's pose. Take care of yourself. Keep stretching back. Take another long breath in. Exhale it out. Pull your belly in and up. Look up past your fingers. Step or lightly hop feet to hands. Then inhale halfway up. Exhale and fold. Press through your feet. Rise up as you inhale. Spin triceps forward, ribs in. Samastitihi Tadasana. Again, inhale, arms reach up. Exhale, folding forward, hinging at your hips. Inhale, look up to lengthen. Exhale, step to plank, or if you hop, land in chaturanga, shoulders no lower than the elbows. Then inhale, upward dog or cobra. Exhale, plank. You can hold it or lower again, halfway, pressing up and back into downward facing dog. Spread your fingers nice and wide here. Press into the base of your fingers as your forearms lift away from the mat. Then take your feet about as wide as the mat, maybe even a little wider. Walk hands back to feet. We're going to come into malasana, little squat. So toes and knees line up. So if your toes turn out, make sure your knees do. If your knees turn out, your toes must as well, or they can be parallel as long as knees point forward. Lift your chest, draw shoulder blades away from the ears. And you don't have to go down that low. You can come down about halfway. Whatever works for your knees. Don't hurt them though. Take another breath here. Sinking in, stretching out the spine, and then walk yourself back. Downward facing dog, arms, shoulders distance, feet hips width. Pull in through the ribs and the belly, then look up, step or hop on your inhale. Ardha Uttanasana, fold on your exhale. On the inhale, root through the feet, rise all the way up, and exhale to Samastitihi. Coming back to the front, inhale, bend the knees for Utkatasana, chair pose. Exhale, fold forward, straighten the legs. Inhale, look up to lengthen. Exhale, step to plank or hop back, chaturanga with bent elbows. Inhale, upward dog or cobra. Exhale, we'll go right into down dog. This time, inhale, right foot steps by the right hand, spin back, heel down, warrior one, just one inhale. Then exhale, lower right back through chaturanga. Knees can be down here. Inhaling up. Exhale, stretch back. Inhale, right away, left foot steps back, heel down, heel to heel alignments. Come all the way, warrior one. As you exhale, lower back down, riding the breath. Then inhale, press through the hands and feet, open the chest. Exhale, tuck the toes, downward facing dog, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Even out your breath here. Inhale, exhale, nice and equal. Take another long breath in. Exhale it out, bend the knees, step or hop feet to hands. Then inhale, look up. Exhale and fold. Bend your knees, drop your hips, come back into Utkatasana. Weight into the heels and back to stand Samastitihi. One more time. Inhale, bend the knees, sit back. Exhale, belly to thighs, then straighten the knees as much as you can. Inhale, lengthen, look up. Exhale, chaturanga, stepping back or floating back. Then inhale, press through the hands and feet. Exhale, stretch back, down dog. So right away, inhale, right foot steps back, heel flat. Warrior one, pull right hip back. Exhale, chaturanga, lower down, elbows in. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, back, downward dog. Right away, left foot steps, back foot is flat. Rise up, warrior one. Then exhale and lower right back down, chaturanga. Inhale, pressing into upward dog. Exhale, Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog. So again, remember, if you want to break, take it. Push pause, take a child's pose, rest. Otherwise, breathing here, gaze between the knees or the feet. Spin the inner thighs back, reach down through the heels, firming the legs. Take another breath in. Exhale everything out. Pull the belly in, look up. Step or hop feet to hands. Inhale, lengthen halfway. Exhale and fold. Bend the knees, drop the hips. Inhale, Utkatasana, press the shins back. Exhale to Samastitihi Tadasana. To the front of the mat. We're going to take tree pose. Ground down through your left leg. Take your right foot up anywhere above or below your knee. Then drop your right hip down and squeeze your left hip in towards center. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Try to find something to look at eye level or in front of you on the floor that is not moving. This is always challenging here for me because the dock moves, the water moves. Point your knee forward, extend the right leg forward, drop the outer right hip down, keep squeezing left hip in. Take another breath here, keep belly lifted. And slowly release the leg, release the arm. Second side. Right foot down, left foot up. Again, take your left foot below your knee or above it, anywhere but on it. Drop the left hip down, pin right hip in. Inhale, sweep your arms up. Make sure those ribs stay in. Shoulder blades release. Find your steady gazing point as you breathe here, and then point the knee forward, extend the leg out as high as you can. Drop the left hip down, squeeze right hip in. Take one more breath and slowly release. I did not release so slowly, but you probably did. Back to Samastitihi. Bend the knees, come to chair pose. Feet are about hips width apart. Then lift your left foot up and step it back. Keep your right knee over your ankle. Bend your back knee, tilt your pelvis forward, pull in your belly, then straighten the back leg and pull your right hip back. Make sure, again, ribs are in. Back ribs are lifting, so you're getting really long through your spine, and the pelvis is neutral. Take one more breath here, stretching up nice and tall through arrow straight arms. And now back to Utkatasana chair pose. Now shift the weight to the left foot, picking up your right foot. Slowly step it back. You can walk left foot to the left a little if you're wobbly. Bend the back knee, tilt pelvis forward gently, and then straighten through the back leg. Pull the left hip back so your pelvis is neutral. Keep your belly pulling in and up. Lift the pelvic floor muscles as well and stretch through the arms. Keep your steady gaze. One more breath and back to Utkatasana. Sit back and then belly to thighs and fold over the legs. Inhale halfway up. Exhale again to chair pose. Sit back, weight into the heels, lengthen down through your lower back. Shift the weight again to the right foot, left foot up, again into high lunge. Make sure the right knee is over the ankle. Bend the back knee, tilt pelvis forward slightly, then straighten it. If you're wobbly, walk right foot to the right. This time we'll take hands to heart center, lean forward, hooking the left arm across for a twist. As you inhale, create length through the spine. As you exhale, maybe twisting deeper, even possibly taking the left hand down, right arm up. You don't have to. You can stay with the prayer twist. You can also put the back knee down for more support. And then slowly make your way back into crescent. Take your back foot flat and parallel your feet. Toes point in slightly, hands to hips. Inhale, look up. Hinge from the hips. Exhale, fold. Then lengthen as you inhale. And exhale, fold. Prasarita Padottanasana A. If your head can touch, let it rest lightly. If not, no worries, but draw your shoulders away from the ears gently. Squeeze outer hips and inner thighs like you're holding a beach ball between your legs. Pull your lower belly in and up as well as your pelvic floor muscles. Then come halfway up as you inhale. Exhale, hands to hips with a long spine all the way up. Turn your right leg up. Pick up your back heel back into crescent. Now we're going to come back into Utkatasana chair pose. So sit back, weight in the heels. Now shifting weight to the left foot, the right foot comes up and step it back into your high lunge. Make sure left knee is over ankle, bend the back knee, tilt pelvis forward, then straighten through that leg. Stretch up through arrow straight arms, ribs and belly in. Now hands to heart center, lean forward, hook the right arm across. Inhale, lengthen through the spine. Keep pulling the left hip back to keep the twist above the waist. If you want to go deeper, right hand down, left arm up. Just an option. Long breaths here in your twist. One more. And slowly make your way back into crescent. Then take your feet to parallel. Hands to the hips, toes in just slightly. Inhale, open the chest, look up. Exhale, fingertips down. Inhale, you can keep your hands on the floor like you did before, or if you can reach your big toes, wrap your fingers around your big toes for Prasarita Padottanasana D. Shift the weight carefully toward the balls of your feet so your hips are right above your heels. Gently lift your shoulders away from the floor. Breathe here. Keep the belly lifted, then come halfway up. Inhale. Exhale, bring hands to hips. Inhale all the way up. Turn your left foot all the way forward. Pick up the back heel. Come back into crescent. Make sure that knee's over the ankle on the front leg. Then back to Utkatasana. chair pose, and fold forward, Uttanasana. Then grab your elbows and hang. Gently rock your torso side to side. Little bend in the knees if you like, and then hanging down, then hands halfway up. Inhale, exhale, step or float back, find chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale back into downward facing dog. Stretch back. And looking forward, we're going to come and sit, step or hop to seated. And sit up nice and tall. Grab the backs of your knees. Knees squeezed together here. You can always hold the backs of the knees, or if you can, extend the arms next to your legs. Now inhale, right leg straight, and then bend it. Inhale, left leg straight, but squeeze those knees together, and then bend it. Inhale, right knee straightens. Keep squeezing the knees, bend it. Inhale, left leg, and bend. Inhale, both legs, but keep the spine long. Lift the chest, and then lower, lift up, crossing shins. Step or float, chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, back into downward facing dog. And then looking forward, we'll come through and sit again. And this time, come onto your back and lie down. Legs up. Take your arms out to a T beside you. So inhale here, more belly work. As you exhale, take your feet over toward your left shoulder. Then squeeze the legs. Inhale back to center. Use the belly muscles to move. Exhale, bring them over to the right. Look over your left shoulder as the legs go to the right. Then come back to center. Inhale. One more time. Exhale, take the feet over toward your left shoulder. Look over your right shoulder. Using the belly muscles to stabilize. Maybe go a little bit further this time. Squeeze the legs, come up. Inhale, head to center. Exhale, legs over to your left, legs to the right, looking left, sorry. Inhale, take the legs back to center. And then hug your knees in. Take your feet to the floor. Now, heels under knees. We're going to come back into bridge, but this one will hold. So inhale, come on up. Roll the shoulders under. Keep the chin away from the chest. Spiral your thighs in toward each other as you reach your sitting bones towards the backs of your heels. Take another breath. And slowly release. Let's take the soles of feet together, knees apart. Put a hand on your belly and one on your heart center. Close your eyes and put out there into the universe your desire. What do you want? What do you want to bring in? What do you want to accomplish? And then again, come back into bridge. We'll come on up and release the other pinky, if you can remember. Now bring your right leg straight ahead so it's in line with the left. So knees are in line with each other. And then bring it up high. Now take left ankle just above right knee. So it's like thread the needle legs, but you're still in bridge pose. So keep pressing into that left heel, and you're really working the backs of the legs as well. Take the right foot back down. Now left leg forward. Knees are in line. Keep pressing the right heel down. Lift the left leg a little higher, bend the knee, take it just past the right ankle. Keep lifting up and reaching your sitting bones toward the backs of your knees. Chin is away from the chest here. And then extend the leg and set it back down. Good work. Holding for just a breath. And just one more breath. And then come on down. Nice job. Hug your knees into your chest. And then rock a little side to side. And then you can either roll off to your right to come up, or again, roll yourself back and forth and come up to seated. Take your feet flat on the floor with your hands behind you. We're going to do a little pranayama. So we're going to do Kapalabhati. Remember, it's through the nose like you're blowing out a candle through your nose. So exhale, lift up into reverse table. Take a breath in. And now through the nose, little exhales. Keep going. Belly pulls in and up each time. Inhale, hold your breath. Hold it, hold it, hold it. Let your head go back any amount. And then bring your chin into your chest, lower down. And just sit up nice and tall. Take a breath or two. We're going to do it one more time. We're taking 54 pumps. Remember, it's like little short exhales through the nose, like you're blowing out a candle through the nose. Fingertips face forward, or if that hurts your wrist, turn them out to the side. Exhale, lift up. Take a big breath in. Here we go. Almost done. Keep going. Inhale, hold. Hold, 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 hold the breath. And exhale. Lower back down. Unfortunately, you probably didn't see all the kayakers going by and waving to us. Sit up nice and tall. And then extend the legs in front of you. Inhale, reach up through the arms, and exhale, hinge from your hips forward. Then lengthen as you inhale and fold forward as you exhale. More kayakers. Pull the toes back, keep the legs nice and firm. Press the heels down so the legs stay engaged as you stretch the hamstrings. Try to keep the spine really long instead of rounding the back. We're going to stay a little bit extra. Inhale, head up, exhale, and release, and onto your back. Pick up your hips, shift them over to the right, cross right knee over left, take knees to the left, look right. If it's too much to cross your knees, then just keep your right knee on top of your left knee instead. You can come back to your nice, long, steady breath. Again, twists are great for digestion. They're great for keeping the spine healthy and flexible. Head to center. Inhale back to center with your knees. Now shift your hips to the left. Cross left knee over right. Drop your knees over to the right side. Look over your left shoulder. Twisting. Gently trying to turn the belly up toward the ceiling as you breathe here. And head to center. Bring your knees back up to center. We'll make our way into Shavasana, our final resting pose. So get comfortable. Let your feet flop open, arms by your sides, palms facing up. Cover up if you like. Our quote today is from Dennis Waitley. Happiness cannot be traveled to, owned, earned, worn, or consumed. Happiness is the spiritual experience of living every minute with love, grace, and gratitude. Rest. I'll be back in just a minute or two. Begin to reach out through your arms and your legs, taking a nice long stretch overhead. Just lie there. Keep your eyes closed a little bit longer. And then Taking the arms back down by your sides, we'll bend the knees, roll off to the right side. Take a moment to think of something that you're grateful for right in this very moment. Slowly make your way up to a comfortable seat, crossing at the shins again. Bring the hands together in front of your heart in a prayer position. Hands to the forehead to remind us to have clear and loving thoughts. Let's bring our hands to the heart, reminding us to have clear and loving intentions. And our hands to the mouth, reminding us to have clear and loving communication, sending out positive energy to all beings everywhere. Namaste. Thank you so much for joining me today. Have a wonderful, wonderful day. And I invite you to do something nice for somebody today. A little random act of kindness, if you will. I will see you next time. Bye.